Now that we have ended the Plane Meld and Planar Vortex, Baron Archelios, the Prophet, has called Nimonia back to the Harborage to plan their final attack at Malog Bal and reclaim Nimonia's soul. To Nimonia, Malog Bal seems like old news. She fought him during her trials in Cold Harbor, but this time it is different. They'll be using the Amulet of Kings they obtained in Sancre Tor, when we also managed to defeat Manny Marco before he was pulled into Cold Harbor as a traitor and a prisoner to Malog Bal. Well, you guys, you've missed out on quite a lot. What's going on? Why are you all looking murderously at Abner Tharn? I mean, I totally get it, but what did he do now?
Your deeds have been nothing short of legendary. With the Plane Meld at an end, Tamriel may yet endure. Now the time has come to confront Malog Bal and reclaim your soul.
What must I do?
You must lead the 5 companions into this final battle. We are all of us prepared to sacrifice our lives to see this through to the end. Our plan is to use the Amulet of Kings to invest you with the power to do battle with the Daedric Prince.
Oh, okay. What should I expect?
No doubt the God of Schemes has rallied his most powerful servants to his side, but his arrogance has already proven to be his undoing. He may not even consider you a threat. We shall endeavor to prove him utterly, catastrophically wrong.
Well, I am ready to get started. Going through the portal, we enter into the territory of Heart's Grief. Malog Bal's macabre palace serves also as a fortress and as a temple to himself. In all of Cold Harbor, no place is more feared.
I'll never get used to this place. Come here, Vestige. I'd like a word before we skip off merrily to our doom. The time is at hand. Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop questioning your resolve. Just stand up and do it. You're ready.
I'm ready. What do you mean?
This is it. The beginning of the blasted end. There's no point in pretending this isn't happening, or saying we're not ready. This challenge will not wait. Can you do what is necessary, no matter the cost? No matter how much it grieves you?
Yes, I am ready. Malog Bal has my soul. Is there any choice?
There is always a choice. But you don't get to choose what is true. You only get to choose what you will do about it. Do you need a reminder about what lies ahead?
I know what needs to be done. Let's get it done. Racing north, we see Heart's Grief ahead. Below in the valley, we fight through seducer cutthroats, deadeyes, nightblades, and predators. We also find a harvester and a titan. It seems Malog Bal might be a bit worried about us. He's throwing much of his stronger elite forces at us. Finishing off this group, we head closer to Heart's Grief and find Balefire, the implacable guardian, awaiting us. He calls forth winged twilights to assist him in protecting the doorway into Heart's Grief. After a few close calls, Nimona and her companions are able to take him out. Approaching the doors, it's strangely quiet. Nimona enters into Heart's Grief vestibule. The room has a statue to Malog Bal himself, surrounded by effigies. Entering into the next room, a hall, we see a titan make its way down to await for us.
This place is alive with pain and suffering. This must be where Malog Bal torments those who displease him.
Well, this is a dark hall indeed. There's no reason to keep the titan waiting. Nimona heads down, summoning her storm Atronach. She flings herself into battle and makes quick work of destroying the titan. Heading to the center of the room.
Is that Manimarco?
Is it? Nimona wondered if she would see him again. Fighting off the skeletons that spawned, Nimona approaches Manimarco. He appears to be being tortured.
You come to gloat at my torment, or is your appearance here a part of it?
Manimarco, you're still alive?
I am neither alive nor dead. I am trapped in a gouge of ash and bile and swirling vapors. My ears are filled with the screams of 1,000 nails being drawn, and the pain is endless.
Why is Malog Bal keeping you here?
I am his plaything, and an abject lesson to others who would thwart him. My plan was flawless. My machinations were executed to perfection. I would have been a god if not for you. My only consolation is that you will know this pain soon enough.
I'm here to defeat him and take my soul back, and that will get done.
Arrogant, presumptuous, egotistical twaddle. That bit of costume jewelry is nothing compared to the Master's power. I expect I'll be seeing you soon. My only joy for the rest of eternity will be hearing your tortured screams.
I could release you if you wish.
After all that's transpired, I killed you, you simpleton. I saw your life gutter and fade like a candle flame in a tempest. My undead servants drank your blood, and I reanimated your corpse. Do not taunt me with such hilarity.
Yeah, so be it.
Manimarco. He was a backstabbing hypocrite with delusions of godhood. The fool got precisely what he deserved.
Nimona has a choice here. She can release him, his soul anyway, from his torture. Or she can leave him here to suffer for all of eternity. Manimarco did horrible things to the people of Tamriel. He killed Nimona and stole her soul. Worked with Malog Bal to start the plane meld, but does he or anyone deserve this? Nimona supposes not. Hoping she won't regret it, she pulls the lever, releasing him from his bounds.
Actually released me? Naive fool. Future generations will pay for your weakness.
Are you insane? That worm didn't deserve your mercy.
Why do I get the feeling we're going to regret this?
None of her companions seem to agree, making her wonder if she had done the right thing. But what's done is done. Nearby, Nimonia sees other people in Daedra being held captive. If you look closely, you can see they are the enemies of Nimonia's past. The Duchess of Anguish, Prince Naaman, Yavid Tharn. She has a choice to release these people, but she chooses not to. Leaving the hall, they continue. Nimonia loots items as she goes, entering the next chamber, the Path of Woe.
Malog Bal is here. I can feel his presence, sense his foul breath upon the wind.
Fighting off the Harvester, they move on to the Seat of Tyranny. Wow, who named these rooms?
There. That place should serve us well. Let us assemble and prepare the ritual.
What do you suppose this place
A
was?
temple of some kind. The Dark Anchors may have pulled it into Cold Harbor. Perhaps it was created by the Daedra to mock the Divines.
What does it matter? We can't wait any longer. We must perform the ritual. Vestige, it is time for you to make your decision. Yes, this will be close enough, I think. Are you prepared?
Baron, Sai, and Lyris are all willing to give up their lives.
No one is more surprised than I. They are willing to sacrifice themselves to save the world, yet they will never hear a single word of thanks. A funny thing for a selfish man to say, isn't it? I'd better be careful not to learn anything from this.
How can I choose?
I've no idea. Speak to them. Let their own words convince you. But once the choice is made, there is no turning back. The harvest of a fresh soul will no doubt bring Malog Bal's attention upon us. You must take that opportunity to strike him down.
Is there no other way?
We've already been over this. You need an infusion of divine power to even consider challenging a Daedric prince. The Amulet of Kings can give you that power, but at the cost of a life.
What sort of power should I expect to receive?
The Amulet of Kings is a relic of Akatosh, the dragon god of time. His powers embody the qualities of perseverance and invincibility, while promoting the virtues of duty, service, and obedience. Make of that what you will.
I'll hear what each of them has to say.
I see that look in your eye, Vestige. I wonder, am I to be the one? Know that I would consider it a great honor. It would be a fine death.
You sound very confident.
When you live each day as if it were your last, as I have, eventually you will be right. I was born to die a hero's death. I've always known this, and I've always been prepared for it.
Do you really want me to choose you?
I once swore to protect my Emperor, and failed. I cannot allow him to sacrifice his life in my place. Nor can I ask this of Lyris, my snow lily. She is more important to me than she will ever know. Please, give me this honor.
I need more time to decide.
We've had some crazy adventures, haven't we? But adventures are what you call them when everybody comes back alive, so... maybe they've come to an end. I don't regret any of it, though. Not for a moment.
Nor do I.
My father once told me that the most important thing anyone can know is what they would die for. I know that now.
You're young. You still have a long life ahead of you.
I feel like I've already lived a dozen lifetimes. I'm so tired. And I look forward to seeing my parents again in Sovngarde. If my death has meaning, then so will my life. It would be my great honor if you would choose me.
I need more time to decide.
Remember, Vestige. We fight for our people. We fight for Tamriel. Evil might be kept at bay for a time, but it can never be completely eradicated. What is important is that we resist it, that we fight on and keep fighting.
What did the Elder Scrolls say about this moment?
Very little. The scrolls can see many things, even possible futures, but they are not infallible, and they will not make this choice for you. You cannot cross the sea simply by standing and considering the water. Be strong, Vestige, and act.
What if I make the wrong choice?
There is no such thing as a safe choice. There are only other choices. Oblivion did not make me a monster. It just confirmed my own worst fears about myself. It would be fitting and honorable if you were to choose me. It would be a fine death.
Nimonia knew she would have to sacrifice someone, but now that the time has come, it's hard to say goodbye to any of her friends, her companions. But Malog Bal must be stopped, and Nimonia would love to get her soul back. The only fair choice, since Abnar is out of the question, is Varen. He started this. He may have been misled by Manny Marco, but he was actually the Emperor of Cyrodiil before this all happened. He just wasn't a legitimate emperor per their traditions. He chose to try to use the Amulet of Kings to try becoming a Dragonborn and therefore be able to light the dragon fires and become a true Emperor of Cyrodiil. But that's when it all fell to Cold Harbor. Very well. I choose you, Varen.
Position yourself over there, Vestige, and brace yourself.
Nimonia bows to Varen. She hates she must choose, but it has to be done, and then crosses to stand in position for the ritual.
We'll never forget you, sire. Or your sacrifice.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, forgive me for my hubris. Grant your divine power to the Vestige, and restore your protection to Tamriel, that my sacrifice might not be in vain.
History may not remember your sacrifice, but those present here will never forget it. Divines of Tamriel, with this vessel of your power, the Amulet of Kings, I call upon your strength. Let this noble sacrifice be a testament to our desire to set things right and restore balance to the Mundus. Your champion stands ready. Accept this offering and imbue this vestige with your glory. Let the will of Malog Bal be denied. Vestige, now is the time. You must ascend the path and face the Daedric Prince. You must face the God of Schemes alone. I will get the others to safety. Go!
Now imbued with the power of the Amulet of Kings of the god Akadash, Nimonia hurries to the east to take on Malog Bal. Coming to the fortress wall blocking her path, Nimonia uses her new power and destroys this obstruction.
Your continued meddling has reached an end, hero of Tamriel.
Fighting past Daedra and Dremora, she really sees her new strength. They don't stand a chance.
Circle round!
What is this foolishness? Has your tiny mortal mind snapped? Do you really think you can defeat me?
Nimonia cares no longer if she can defeat him or not. He deserves a bruising, and that's what she intends to do. Although living through this would be a plus.
The dark machinations of Oblivion are far more complex than anything your mortal senses can comprehend.
Destroying more of his pawns, she destroys another wall blocking her path.
Your anguish will be legendary, even in Oblivion.
Are the mobs getting bigger? Well, Nimona's not worried. She feels the power coursing through her veins and knows they will be soon vanquished. Coming to a gaping chasm, Nimona uses a new power, Daedric Command, pulling rocks from all around to create a path for her. Making her way across, she deals with the seducers in Daedra on the other side and moves on.
Still you fight on? Do you care nothing for your own existence?
I'm unsure if he notices, but Nimona's health has hardly taken a hit here. It seems Malog Bal should be the one getting afraid of losing his existence. Her next group to fight includes a Titan. Good, Nimona wanted to try her new powers on something a bit more difficult. Let's see how he does. Well, that was easy. Turning, she blows through the next stone wall, entering the last area, where she will finally be able to confront Malog Bal.
I am God of Oblivion. You are less than nothing.
Ah! Nimona pulls forth her strength and uses her power, a sacrifice of courage, ripping his hand open and releasing her from his grasp. She uses her power on him.
Your pathetic Daedric trinket can't defeat me. I am Malog Bal, Lord of Domination.
Haha, just what Nimona has been waiting for, mano a mano. She can imagine there's an audience cheering her on.
What is this, infant? Do you think your toy can slay a god?
Nimona has no lasting fear for him. She's all in, and she's whittling him down.
Your mind is naked to me. I can taste your fear. You are fertile ground for the seeds of eternal torment. Tamriel is ripe, and I have all of eternity to reap its hunger.
Oh, you had to call in help, huh? Poor Malog Bal. Can't fight without help. Nimona faces down these titans and then moves back to Malog Bal.
The face of pain. The souls of the damned are my weapons. You will know eons of suffering.
Nimona has grown tired of his threats. Using the last of her power, she wields a golden sword. Wait, what? What's happened?
Come forward, Vestige. You are safe for now. Something precious to you has been riven from Stonefire's being. I have brought it here for you to reclaim.
That voice. It's familiar. Nimona wonders where she is. This area of colors and light? Nimona moves forward in search of the bodiless voice, but before she can find it... Nimona reaches out and embraces her soul like the long-lost limb it is.
I congratulate you, little insect. Your sting is formidable. You have bested me and released 1,000 times 1,000 souls back into the Mundus.
Good.
For the moment, your world is spared. But my grand scheme has only begun to unfold. Excellent. Your power shall prove useful in the coming conflicts. You've made a great and terrible enemy this day. Your world would have been better off if the plane meld had succeeded, had you bowed before me and accepted eternal servitude. I would have protected you. There are worse masters than I. Far worse.
You are but a phantom here in my domain, Stonefire. The mortal prophecies of the scrolls have been fulfilled. Leave this place and return to your pit.
You have a powerful ally. Did you know that she would bring you here? What future role has she to play in this grand cosmic farce, I wonder? Your meddling has already cost me too much. A cursed creature of light and flame. This farce no longer amuses me.
Meridia, we meet again. Thank you for getting my soul back.
Your soul is restored. I can see its light within you. And you have saved your world from a great calamity. But know this, mortal. The forces of Oblivion are legion, and the God of Schemes is but a single player in a complex battle for supremacy.
What happened to Malog Bal?
You have wounded him gravely. It will be some time before his power is restored.
And where is the Amulet of Kings?
As your enemy fell, the one you call Abner Tharn took Chim El Adabal and fled. He returns to the land from whence he came, the place you call Cyrodiil.
What? He took the amulet with him?
The amulet's power has been expended for a generation or more. The Imperial will not be able to use it, nor will he profit from it, though he will spend many frustrated years in the attempt.
Did we succeed? Is Tamriel safe?
The tear in the veil between Oblivion and Nirn has been repaired. Your world is safe for now.
And what of my lost companion?
Gone forever. But their memory remains. I can see the light burning brightly behind your eyes. Your friend is a part of you now, just as the strength of the Divines burns like a flame within your renewed soul.
And what about me?
Your story has only begun. Malog Bal still has plans for you. In many ways, these events played out to his advantage. And you have attracted the attention of the other Daedric princes as well.
What must I do?
The war between mortal kingdoms is still ravaging your world, but your true enemies are not mortal. If you are to be prepared for the coming conflicts, you must fully comprehend what is at stake. You must live among those you make war upon.
The other alliances?
Indeed. When you return to Tamriel, go to the place you call the Harborage. My gift awaits you there. It will allow you to travel to other lands and hide your true nature from those who would see you as a foe.
Can you send me there?
I have no more desire to keep you here than you had to remain in Cold Harbor. I shall return you to your little den in the wild. Your surviving companions await you there. Are you prepared to leave?
Oh yes, I am ready.
I'm being overwhelmed, but then I...
Right, sorry about that. I called in a bit of help to pull you out of there. I do hope I didn't overstep my bounds.
Snow Lily,
I know, Sai. It's over. It's all over.
Well then, happy endings all round. Smashing. Who's got the brandy?
Wait. Where is Tharn? Did he survive?
He vanished. Ran off, I think. And he took the amulet you chaps found with him.
You're not going to get all weepy with me, are you? I mean, I've got that stoic reputation to maintain.
Well, now that you have your life ahead of you, what now?
What now? For you, it seems there's more to do. For us, we've seen too much, my friend. Been through too much. I think it's time for us to go.
Where will you go?
Sai and I talked about it a few days ago. What would happen if we both survived. I'd like to go back to the Abbey of Blades with him and help them rebuild.
Will we see each other again?
Maybe someday. It's not as though I'm dropping off the face of Tamriel. And if not, well, I'm sure there's a seat for you in Sovngarde. If you get there first, save me a cold mug of mead.
Definitely. Farewell, Lyris Titanborn.
So, this is where our roads diverge.
You and Lyris are going back to the Abbey?
For a time. There is much to rebuild there, and I owe it to Kasura to bring her the news of our victory, personally. Snow Lily and I, well, maybe we shall finally have some time to ourselves.
Aren't you going to chase after Tharn?
To what end? No. Let him return to his Imperial city. He played his role, and that is enough. Grudges are like poison to the spirit. But perhaps, once the Abbey of Blades has been rebuilt...
Yes?
I have never been content to remain in one place for too long. It is not my nature. Eventually I am overcome by the need to endanger myself. Between comfort and adventure, I always choose adventure.
Then perhaps we'll meet on the road someday.
I would like that. It has been a singular honor, Vestige. Although I suppose that name is no longer appropriate, is it? Varen would be proud of you. I know we are.
Farewell, Sai Sahan.
Don't toddle off just yet. Might I have a word?
Cadwell, what is this you have here? It looks like a light of Meridia.
I take it you ran into Lady Meridia. Lovely woman, charming. We get on famously. While you lot were having yourselves an epic row, I gave her a shout, asked if she'd be willing to help us out if things went badly.
No, you asked Meridia to pull me out of Cold Harbor?
The trick of it was the timing. With every blow to that Daedric windbag, you freed hundreds of souls. She was able to catch yours before it wandered off. Jolly good trick, that.
Oh, indeed.
This is delightful. World saved, heroes gone their separate ways, and this knight has a new mistress to serve. Bravo. Couldn't be happier. Smashing. Truly.
Wonderful.
You know, that Varen fellow was always a good chap, even if he did muck things up at the start. And he did put things right in the end. He's still with you, you know. A part of you, really. And perhaps he can continue to serve the land and the people that he gave his life to save through you. That's all well and done then. There's just one bit of business left.
We've completed the main quest. Yeah. We get the Emperor's Blessing as a reward, a restoration staff with a fire enchantment that has the trait infused, increasing the weapon enchantment and reduces the cooldown. This is part of the Oblivion Foe set that adds health, stamina, and magic recovery. At 5 items, your soul magic attack deals an extra damage. Carved by Varen himself as his sight left him, the runes that run its length speak to his powers as a mage and a seer. This reward loot differs on who you choose to sacrifice. Nimona chose Varen, so she received his staff. But if Sai had been chosen, we would have received a Sword Saint's Blade. Inscriptions run the length of the blade, prayers from Sai Sahan to the Sword Saints of Alkir. If Lyris was chosen, a great axe of the Titanborn. Runes along the blade sing of the Titanborn clan legacy. The deeds of Lyris' father are the last that will be engraved here. All weapons are unique and part of the Oblivion's Foe set. We also get a leveled Glyph of Health, truly superb, 1 skill point, and Soul Magic rank 6, Soul Magic Skill Master, and the title Soul Mage Maven. Nimona also receives the achievement The God of Schemes, granting the furnishing items the final threat in the dye Cold Harbor Ash Black. Well, Nimona has her soul back. The plane meld and vortex are no more, but what to do now? Well, there's actually a story arc that has begun here, the Daedric Story Arc. All the hints from Malog Bal and Meridia have hinted at this. To progress this story, Nimona will need to travel far, to distant lands, to ancient lands, and uncover a plot. There's also Cadwell's Silver and Gold. We can obtain these quests from Cadwell here in the Harborage as a present from Meridia. These quests let us play within the other 2 alliances and see what journey they had to take to get where we are now. Maybe someday Nimona will take up that journey. Nimona will continue the Daedric Story Arc and Cadwell's Silver and Gold quests someday, but there are many stories to uncover. Stay tuned in to my Twitter feed for announcements. Join my Discord to discuss ideas or share your own content. Link is below in the description. Or stop by one of my Friday live streams to check out what's new. Lately, I've been exploring the ESO Greymore side quests and taking on world bosses, public dungeons, just anything fun, and any events that might be going on. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.